The West Virginia Hope Scholarship Board is accepting continuing participation confirmations for students currently enrolled who wish to continue for the 2026-2027 school year. Applicants who wish to continue the funding should submit their CPC prior to open enrollment of general applications starting March 2nd. Chairman of the Hope Scholarship Board, Larry Pack, says they had a record number of applicants last school year. New and established applicants need to have their submissions and proof of residency in by June 15th. First-time students wishing to apply for the remainder of the current school year can do so by February 28th and would receive 25% of the eligible funding. The Hope Scholarship will be available to all school-age children residing in West Virginia starting in the 2026 to 2027 academic school year.